Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. What round was it? Fucking hell. Round 13 in the bag. We are rolling, boys. We are rolling. Ranked 225. Scored 1299. Wasn't amazing for the week, but it wasn't really bad. I still went up 46 spots, which can't complain about it. It was $12.99 and I benched Jaden Campbell. I say it every single week. I'm like, yeah, can't wait till JC's back. So glad to have JC. So glad to have Jaden Campbell. Blah, blah, blah. And then the day of the game, it's pouring rain in Melbourne. On the Gold Coast, sorry. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, yes, Jaden Campbell scores points out of nowhere, but pouring rain against Melbourne. What could have been? It cost me like an extra 40 points, I think, because I played Hosking over JC. So if I played JC, I would have got, 1340. So it's not massive, but it hurts a little bit. So anyway, guys, things are going well. I really need to start pumping the brakes on the trades, though. Especially now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, most of my team is kind of set up. I've got another couple of little plays to come, but most of my side is set. So we'll have a quick little look over the games. I'm going to highlight some players that I've got my little eye on. And, we'll start from the top. Dragons and the Knights. The Knights suck. The Dragons did not look good that game, and they still managed to put 20 on them. Man, if I was AOB at the moment, I would be looking for another job, because I don't think it's going to end well for him this season. Especially when you look at the Knights' draw for the remainder of the season. It's not good. Not good viewing for the Knights at the moment. So, Damien Cook top scored for the Dragons with an 86. DeBellin 71. Couchman's back. He's looking good with a 70. Gutho with his typical 63. There's not much really going on. Like Val Holmes with a 58. Pacifica Tonga, he's come out of the woods at the moment. He could be like a little sneaky fourth front row downgrade for some cash. Just be mindful that there are players coming back for the Dragons, like what's his name? I've got him in my side, I should know. Gula. So just remember, he's coming back soon, so not quite sure what will go on there, but if you're happy for him to become enough, he'll make some quick cash, and then you can move him, and then you can just ignore that little fourth front row spot. Jaden Sewer, the 43, came off injured. King Tonga, yeah, look, if you've got him in, I think it's... Look, like the expectations have been tapered a little bit. He didn't make anywhere near as much cash as people thought he would. Dylan Lucas with a 52. Leo Thompson, yeah. Gagai with an 80. He's actually a nice little pod. I don't mind Gagai. Just be mindful that the Knights draw gets quite hard pretty soon. So, Fletcher Sharp with a 45. That slowed down his cash generations pretty quickly. The rest, there's not much doing there. Titans in the Storm. Here we go. See, Jaden Campbell with a 93. That really, really sucks. If we go through, like Tino with a 57, Bo Firma with a 52. He's about to drop a fair bit of cash. So if you look at that, he's down to 648. He's got a 108 break even. With another like 50-ish score up against the Broncos this week. I really don't mind if you grab Firma post game 2. Post game 2. I wouldn't get him now. I wouldn't get him next week, but just wait until after game 2 and maybe assess to see where he's at. But he is a very, very handy jewel. I had him. I sold him a couple of weeks ago when he was at like 720k. He's definitely someone that you should be looking at to pick up for the run home. He's just a safe base stat CT dub that you want to have in your side. Moving on, not much doing. In the Storm, Elias Katoa continues on, 68. Pappy with a 63. Look, a lot of these scores. Look, 41 for Munster. Yeah. Jerome Hughes, 32. Really disappointing for owners. Like he's 600k and he's got 126 break even. Wow. See, the thing is though, if you're going to hold Cleary, it's almost not worth getting in Jerome Hughes because he's just not scoring well. Like he had 100 a couple of weeks ago, and obviously like in that game, the pouring rain, it affects the scoring and stuff, but he's not the same player that he was last season. And I think that's because of some injuries that are still lingering for him. But I mean, look, in the last 4 rounds, you've got 51, 105, 41, 32. Yeah, not good reading there. Yeah. Other than that, not much doing. Cows and the Tigers, man. What an absolute second half. If you're a Cowboys supporter, you are pulling your hair out in that second half. Wow. Talk about shitting the bed in the second half. Absolute shit the bed. They somehow managed to survive, but the Tigers really put it to him in the second half. I was sitting there thinking, fucking hell. I had the captain on Drinkwater, and it was just not ideal for Drinky in the second half. He didn't do much in the first half either. If you take away his line break try before the second half, he is scoring quite poorly in that game. Like he's going sub 40, so very, very lucky that I got up to 71 for that. I was tossing it up between Drinky and Cleary as my captain, but obviously I went Drinky, and Cleary didn't hurt me too much, probably an extra 30 points or so. So, I mean, look, all those points add up. You do Cleary captain, you play Jaden Campbell, and all of a sudden I'm in the top 100. So, Zach Labart's actually a good little pod option that I'm looking at. Especially going over the buys. Cows cover a few matches. We'll just have a look. The Cows actually have no buys. So they go 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They don't have any buys. So 389k, Labart's actually a good option. If you can look at someone like maybe if you've got like a Billy Smith or someone like that. I know it might sound sideways, but I believe that you're going to make a lot more money out of Labart than you are Billy Smith. Labart's good. Like, I genuinely wanted to start with Labart, but obviously injuries hampered the start of his season and stuff, so it wasn't the best, but I would very much be looking at Labart as a little pod play. Manly and the Broncos. So, Lehigh pulled through for the boys once again. He should honestly stay at fullback. If I'm Manly, I'm looking at this and going, righto, we have an absolute gun of a fullback. A gun of a fullback. Or we have a guy over there that's made of glass who can barely run. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you've got to play like your best players in their preferred positions. But, man, you just got to pull the pin sometimes. Like, Lehigh needs to stay at fullback. And I'm not talking just from a Supercoach perspective, but if I'm Manly, that's what I'd be doing. He's in everything. He's up against the Knights this week. He could honestly rip the Knights apart. He's like a genuine captain option for me this week. Olakuatu with a 91. Very, very good. It's about time he found a little bit of a ceiling. Garrick with a 68. A lot of those points came through conversions though. So, yeah, Garrick is still... Yeah. I'm not exactly impressed with Garrick at the moment. Broncos, absolutely not much doing. I sold Payne Haas last week to fund my Lomax trade. Yeah. Haas came out and pretty much did nothing all game and still scored 59 points. He does have a break-even of 122 against the Titans this week. Yeah. I mean, look, Payne's probably going to drop down to maybe 760, 770. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? I do have an option where I want to get Payne back in my side. It's looking like I'm going to have to go Tarpany back to Payne Haas because it's going to come to a point where I'm going to need to start nuffing players, but I don't want to start nuffing players until at least round 20. So, going to be keeping a close eye on Payne and how much cash he drops, but I'm not regretting too much around selling him at the moment. Keywords, at the moment. Outside of that, the Broncos just look shit, hey. They look shit. If I'm Madge, I don't know where to look at the moment. You've got... I mean, what are they going to have to do to improve this side? Walsh has to come back, but Walsh hasn't been lighting it up when he was uninjured. You got Jesse Arthurs at the fullback. If he's named at fullback again, oh man, he really is. Adam Reynolds, people are saying Adam Reynolds needs to step up. I don't think Reynolds has the capability to step up anymore. This is it for Reynolds. I really think that, yes, he's got a great kicking game, but he's a warhorse. He has been around for so long now. He is broken. This man is put together by glue at the moment. If you're relying on Reynolds to save your season at the moment for the Broncos, wowza. Moving on. Rabbitohs Warriors. What an absolute fucking game this was. Absolute game. Latrell came out and blitzed it. Metcalf for the 123. Kalamatangi, man. He was on 80 at half time. So, with a try, obviously. But, he was on 80 at half time. I'm thinking, oh my God. Kalamatangi's going to get 140, 130. Very quiet second half. 109, can't complain about that. Hubner, 63, continues to make cash for the boys. AJ with his 200th try. Congratulations. Aiken with a 53. A lot of people traded in Aiken. I held off just because I obviously went Lomax, but I did have that option to get Aiken in. At this point in the season, I'm kind of looking at more upside players, and I think Aiken's just going to do a job in that 50, 60 range, 65, 70 maybe, but there's no upside in you and Aiken. If you're going to trade him in, are you comfortable in playing him every single week? There's not much really doing there, is there? So, yes, he's a good option. He's a safe option. But if you want to climb the ranks and stuff like that, I don't think Ewan Aiken is the man. Condolences to Barnett, man. ACL. It's looking like ACL. I'm not quite sure if that's confirmed by the club, but if that's confirmed by the club, man, that's sad. That's sad. ACLs are shit. So, it's definitely back to Aaron Clark season again. So, yeah. Aaron Clark is just going to be the one that got away for me. I looked at him, and never got him in. So it's too late now. If you got Aaron Clark, you're absolutely loving it right now due to injuries. So yeah, the rest of the boys, man, the Warriors, like honestly, big props to the Warriors. They have just, it's probably the most quietest second place that I've ever heard of. Like the Warriors are second. I was so wrong about the Warriors in preseason. I had them coming last. I will always admit to my wrongs, and Warriors were my wrong. Moving on quickly. Panthers and the Eels. Man, the Eels are starting to look good, hey. The Eels are starting to look good. The Panthers really had to dig deep for this win. This was one of those wins there where, like, Panthers needed to win this game if they wanted to try and make a push for the finals. They needed to win. If they lose to the Eels, like, it's clear with an 87. Brian Toto with an 84. He's going to be a player that's going to be definitely on my list post-Origin, 663k. If he can drop just a little bit more, he's on 83, which he'll probably definitely get against the Tigers this weekend. He is definitely someone that I want in my side for the run home because the Panthers are going to be looking to win every single game on the run home, and they're going to be using Brian a lot. So Brian's definitely one that's going to be on my radar. Casey McLean doesn't actually know how to pass the ball. It's quite actually fascinating that a first grader in the NRL doesn't know how to pass the ball. So big shout out to Casey McLean. I know that you watch this channel quite a lot, mate. Look, there's a lot of trainers out there that can actually teach you how to pass the ball. So just reach out, right? No hate. The rest of the boys, not much doing. Jack Williams is just quietly chugging along. He is a great option. He's looking very good. If you're looking for a little pod play and you're happy to put him into your like fourth front row spot or even like a little like fifth or sixth 2RF spot, really don't mind the shout for Jack Williams. He is going to be fantastic for the run home. Dylan Brown with a 78, Lomax with a 62. Didn't really do much. Like outside of his runs, attack-wise, he really didn't do much. In a side that only scored 10 points and Lomax didn't get a try and scored 62 points, mate, Lomax needs to be in your side sooner rather than later. Remy Smith doing a job, 59, while Starling's on the pine for me. Yeah, the rest of the boys, not much doing. Righto, the last one. Huge win for the Raiders. Huge win for the Raiders. Given Fogarty was out, like, I understand how important Fogarty's kicking game is. And the way that the Raiders managed to crawl back after the referee was trying so hard to win the game for the Roosters. Like, it's almost criminal how much the referee was trying to help the Roosters win that game. Fuck, man. Sometimes, like, I had a little bit of a rant on my channel before. A lot of these calls at the moment from the bunker are so blatantly wrong that it begs the question if they actually understand the rules of rugby league. Like, how are they getting it so wrong all the time is baffling to me. Proper baffling. Oh, man. Ricky would have been kicking people's heads in. At full time, if the Roosters won that game, mate, I would not have want to be a journo asking Ricky questions because Ricky would have just kicked you in the chin. Tarpany 59 with a try. Concerning. A little bit concerning. But I think the way that the game was played, very high scoring, a lot of points going through the outside backs, not much doing through the middle. even though he did score a try, but I'm more talking about the whole game. I think that was one of the reasons Tapine didn't score as well. But, yeah. Owen Paddy looked really good. Zach Hosking with a 54. Smithies comes back to earth. Condolences to people who thought that Smithies would be a good option. Don't know why. Going through the Roosters. Marky Mark with a 43. That's like... He looked better than a 43. That's the type of player that you're going to get in your Supercoach side. It's going to be rocks and diamonds. That's all I'm going to say. Great option. Rocks and diamonds. Victor Radley with a 54. Yeah, man. Some real serious conversations need to be had around Radley. The bloke, like, how many concussions are we looking at now? Seriously, man. And he doesn't change his tackle technique. I swear to God, every single time he gets knocked out, it's very similar. It's very similar most of the time how he gets knocked out. Teddy with a 91 with a try. Teddy's going to obviously be a target for my side come around like 15, 16. Anyway, let's get into my quick trade thoughts. Right, I'm going to make it nice and quick. I don't want to keep people away from what they want to do for the rest of the afternoon. Look, man, I'm going to have some issues. This is my trade. I've gone Toya straight to Lomax. So right now, in my side, I've got Lehigh Hopewadi. I've got... Wait, hang on. What have I done there? No, sorry, not Toya to Lomax. I've already had... Excuse me, it's been a long day. I'm going to go Toya to Iro. So, we're going to go Toya straight to Iro, which feels really good. But it leaves me with only 6k. So, I now have some problems, good problems, around my sit v start. So, Lomax is there, Iro's there, Tamale's there, he's a beast. I'm playing him on a Sunday afternoon. Is it Sunday afternoon? It's an afternoon game. It's Sunday afternoon against South. I'm playing him. Fletcher Sharp, Hopewadi's in as well. Like, honestly, there's a world this week where I have to pick between who to play over Fletcher Sharp and Garrick, because I'm playing Hines, I'm playing Jaden Campbell, I'm playing Tino, I'm playing Katoa, I'm going to bench Hosking, but then all of a sudden, like, my 4 reserves are Jaden Campbell, Hines, Katoa, and Tino. Fletcher Sharp, Garrick, Turbo if named. Like, if Turbo's named this week, I have a headache. I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm going to have to really sit down and go over this. Because, yeah, like, who does Manly have? Manly have the Knights first game. Manly could honestly put 20, like, Manly could honestly put 30 on them. If the Dragons can put 20 plus on them, Manly, after what they did to the Broncos on the weekend, they could absolutely destroy the Knights. And I could be sitting here not playing Garrick, and Garrick tons up. So, oh, man. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go over it all later on. Let me know in the comments how you went. Let me know your trade ideas for this week. Captain options for me, I really don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know yet. Let me know in the comments what you think I should be doing. Do you know what I mean? I am more than happy to hear some ideas. I'm not perfect. If you think I'm an absolute dickhead for suggesting to bench Garrick, let me know. Let me know, man. Let me know. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Oh, actually, I'm going to do a new segment. So, as we all know, the Soy Boys on Supercoach Central, they always deliver. They're really upset at the moment. Very upset. So, at the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Soy Boy comment of the week. So, a little bit of a segment. And so, this week is the winner of the Soy Boy comment of the week goes to Ben Hillmore. So congratulations, Ben. You've managed to score yourself a consultation with a doctor to check your testosterone levels, because obviously with the amount of soy that you're drinking, your testosterone levels are so low that you comment this. This is after I posted my score for the week. And I quote, "Is there a bigger flog in this group than this bloke? Couldn't be more up himself if he tried." Thank you, Ben, for the comment. Just quietly, mate, I post my scores every single week, whether they are bad, good, average, whatever. If me posting my score makes me a flog, I'm a flog. Have a good day, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next week. See ya.